Today we are going to look at some of the common used shortcut for Windows OS. With those shortcuts, it's actually can greatly improve for the day-to-day stuff, whether it's actually development or maybe day-to-day work. So I'm actually have my Windows sandbox here opening. Let me just maximize it. So here. So first thing first. So for new OS, let's see. So this is actually kind of when we actually first got the operating system Windows being installed, then when we launch it, this is how the taskbar looks like. This is actually the desktop, those kind of things. There's actually one customization I prefer to do on the first day. Actually, I got the laptop or desktop. So I'm actually going to hide these things because this thing is actually really not useful. I'm not sure why Microsoft actually keep putting this taskbar here. I think this is actually since probably Windows 7. I cannot recall whether Windows Vista got this thing, but definitely I think actually each version they got this text box here. So I think it's actually starting from the Bing. So I think before actually Microsoft got this thing called Bing Desktop. So Bing Desktop basically got an option here. So you got a Bing taskbar here. You can actually type on the right corner. So that's the setup actually for the Bing Desktop. I think then with Vista and also Windows 7 to Windows 10, 11, actually moving here. Actually, Windows 11 probably doesn't have this one. So anyway, I don't think this is actually anyway meaningful. So by default, well, I think according to Microsoft, this thing is actually basically asking people to type here to do a search. So yeah, we can do a search here. So we can basically mouse over and then click it. So basically tap, let's see, Chrome, then we can actually enter it to open Chrome. Similarly for Edge, or similarly for maybe Google.com, those kind of things. So this is actually working, but the only interesting part is we don't need these things actually to do this work. So let's just hide it. So we don't have this search at all. So we even don't want to show the icon. So for the icon, basically it's the same thing. So just click it. Then if you actually have this thing here, so basically do a search. But I don't think even the icon is actually needed. So just hidden it. So instead of actually clicking here, you remember just now we got that text box or maybe got that search button. Instead of click here, what we really need to do is actually we just need to tap the Windows key. So tap the Windows key. Then from there, we don't need a text box actually to tell us to do a search. We can actually just type it. So Chrome, we got the Chrome. Edge, then we got the Edge. Then similarly, if you want to go to Google.com, it's the same thing. So it's basically using the default browser trying to open it. So that text box really, I don't find any actually usefulness. Probably it's actually for people who don't know this is a kind of shortcut. But actually nowadays now you know. So I think actually that thing actually really need to be removed. So it can return back. This is actually beautiful and also spacious taskbar area. So you can have as many basically icons here, those kind of things. Yeah. So that's the first thing. So basically, if anytime you want to do a search, basically type or click type the Windows key. Then from here, it's actually you can just type whatever you want to search. So let's say if you want to search for Windows feature, okay, then we can just click here. Then if you want to do, I don't think WSL is here. Oh, WSL is also here. This is pretty cool. Okay, okay, it's not being installed, so it will not be here. So WSL, let's see, V. Yeah, so let's see this. Okay, so this command is here. So I think probably it's actually able to install it. I will do it another time, but basically, yeah. So basically, yeah, it should actually remove that type box, search box thing. So just we use Windows key, then search for whatever you want to search for. Let's say if you want to open Edge, then just search for it, then open it. If you want to search for basically Steam, you want to change the Steam's related settings, or if you want to remove a program, add or remove program, so it's all working nicely. So that's the first thing. The next shortcut is Windows R key. So this basically will run the program which we are interested to run. So for here, basically let's say you want to open Edge. So just okay, let's try to open the Chrome. So basically this will actually launch the Chrome itself. If you want to do a quickly, maybe just open a website. So what we can do is Chrome with a website. Then let's see, Chrome info.q.com. It quickly opened that page. So second command is basically Windows R, then basically try to open that thing. So if you want to open pens, it's basically just open the pen for us. So I think just now we talked about basically the Windows key, Windows key basically just type it, then basically type anything for search. Then second shortcut is actually Windows key. Forgive about my use about the pen here, but basically yeah. So see that the second part is Windows R, then just run the command. So the third key is actually Windows E. So sometimes actually we need to open the Explorer much faster. So let's see if you want to open the Explorer. So when Windows key E, it will help us basically to go to the place much earlier, much easier. So instead of actually going here or maybe click the icon, what we need to do is we just need to do Windows key, then plus E. Okay. So the fourth one, I find it is actually very helpful. It's actually for day-to-day. Sometimes actually what I need to do is I need to actually split the screens. So to split screens, basically it's Windows key plus this arrow keys. So left, right, up and down. So this is it. So let's see if we hold the Windows key now and also tap left. Okay, it will actually basically try to split the screen. It will move just now the window onto the left half of the screen. So with that, what we can do is we can actually have a parallel window open. Let's see, basically we can actually just imagine this could be actually two Word document or maybe two web page. So we can compare it to each other or maybe two emails. So that's the Windows left key. Let's see what Windows right key will do. So let's go back to this window, Windows right. So Windows right basically will first, if it's actually left attached, it will actually try to move it to the previous location. So basically before the left attach. So before the left attach is actually in this kind of normalized window. It's actually in the center of the screen. So if we do a Windows right again, now it will actually right attach to the half set. Okay, let's now move Windows left to put this thing back to its original state. Then we will try Windows up and down. So similarly, Windows up key, it actually maximizes the screen. Let's try Windows down. It will first restore it. So basically, for each action, if we actually do a left, it actually left attach. Then if we want to revert it, then basically revert the direction. If we do Windows right, then it will basically revert the left action first. Then similarly, if we do a Windows right to attach it to the right, then left basically revert it. Then similarly, if up, then we can go down to revert it. But now, if it's back, this is now is actually back to its central state. What we want to do is, we want to do another Windows down. So Windows up basically will maximize it. Windows down basically you guess it, which is actually minimize it. So it will be here. So that's basically, I think, the common screenshot shortcut. I actually find it very useful. That's probably it for today.